So Marcus is curious. You said you may drink tea or like something liquid once a week. He's curious, what's your longest period of time with nothing, no intake?
6 months.
Okay,
I've done right now. Only 1 month. This moment, but a few years ago I have done 6 months. But now it was only observation how, because everyone is always asking me how I go into it, how I go to dry fasting. So I'm doing my own experience to do a soft way to go into a dry fasting, because that's the next step, because I want to lead the tribe in a stage of no drinking and no eating, because then it's complete freedom. When I depend on something, there's freedom.
Eugenie.
So, real quick, should we just ask him to repeat right after the softly go into it? Because it broke up again, right? Marcus, I'm sorry, but can you repeat after you said softly go into it? It started breaking up.
So softly we go into it, to use less and less. So in dry fasting, for example. So therefore, I did my experience right now to see how it's the best way to go into dry fasting softly. Because therefore, I'm trying to lead them into a dry fast, because that's actually the future. Because when I'm depending on something, then I'm not free.
So he got two questions, Marcus. He's curious, why did you break the fast after 6 months? Why you didn't continue? And then second is you like have a book, you do retreats. He's curious if anyone other than you like has ever done like a long dry fast, like 2 months.
So dry fasting, I don't know. A lot of people who have done the retreat tried always to continue, like continue maybe 1 month or maybe 2 months, but then but always with liquid, and then start eating again. Because the problem is the same problem was with me, and this time actually was during the COVID period. So it was actually, it was isolated, or was walking, and it was very easy, free from any anxiety. And at the moment when it started inside, there was some issue with myself I haven't resolved yet. Then when anxiety starts, you get anxious, and then you want to calm down. And then I start with fruits again, and then okay. And it took some time to understand my addiction physically. That's addiction, but emotionally, the emotion part. That's very important. That therefore I'm always telling the people. Adapt your body to no food is easy. That's no big deal. But free yourself from the emotion, from the anxiety that leads you to the drug. That's the main one. That's the work what the people actually have to do, not do a diet or a fasting. That's easy. That's no big deal.
Some you I couldn't hear clearly. You mentioned something like COVID. During COVID, you were walking freely. That's what you said?
Yeah, therefore, during COVID was easy to do the 6 months without eating. You're free, you do whatever you want, and ready. There was no events, nothing to do, so I was free, doing my free walk at this moment. And in the moment when I put me into the matrix again, then it started some emotions to wake up some emotions, and then I were desiring some some fruits, some taste, something.
So you are not completely free, like with like you still want to taste sometimes or eat out of emotion or
Yeah, that's the point. I don't want to eat out of emotions. I want still. You have to understand always that you can very easily compare the food right now in Korea, food in Europe, or in South America or in America. It's different. So you have different desires of taste. And when you have anxiety, then you desire mainly what you recognize from childhood. Actually, your desire, as I mentioned, the from mom, you search for love. That's very important to understand. So in my case, it was so now I don't want to go into calm down my anxiety. I want to enjoy. When you free yourself from the addiction, then you can enjoy it and you can enjoy something. But when you are addicted, then the addiction drives you to the consumptions, to eating, not joy. Joy can only be when you're free. Otherwise, an addict can't enjoy food. That's normal. That's like an alcoholic. An alcoholic tells me he is enjoying his shot now. He is searching for the stimulation, and when he got the stimulation, then he feels relieved, and he is searching for the relief, and that's completely different between an addict and somebody who wants to enjoy something.
then you feel you're free, like you sometimes eat but it's you're enjoying, you're not an addict.
Yeah, because when I have it, I'm not searching for it. It's like for me, it's nice to find a tree who is actually has ripe fruits that also almost fall in your hands. That's the perfect stage.
Because
The tree tells you, "Oh, come here. There's some ripe fruits. Enjoy." Because we are actually to enjoy, but therefore you have to be in your true consciousness to enjoy. Otherwise, you're in your drama, uh, ego acting, and then you would understand what's actually happening.
so you can answer like very briefly about this specific question, whether there's um any person who went more than 2 months dry. Do you remember anyone other than you?
Yeah, I have seen them, but I do not know them. I've met, for example, Troviani, but I met people because there's a festival where we met. A lot of people have doing different types of fasting, but dry fasting, the most do fast always very good.
Marcus, because you cut off, we just turned off the camera, so maybe it's easy on the internet.
Okay, sorry.
Uh,
Okay. Then its transmission is a little best. Let's okay. Okay.
okay, let's try this way. So you said, I mean, the one you saw that who went more than 2 months, that they participate in your retreat, or you're just talking about like
No. I was talking about the event where we met. Do you remember? We met in Italy in the Breatharian festival. They met a lot of people who have done it, and we in this year we met Troviani, and Troviani supposedly has done also dry fasting for a longer time of period. Even he is drinking right now. Or do actually I don't know yet, but I think he's doing always retreats with liquid.
so you've Marcus, you've never seen like in your tribe, in your retreat, anyone going further than 8 days?
Yeah, they were telling me because I do not observe them and I do not behind them. They were telling, now I'm 1 month, I'm 2 months without eating, I'm doing liquid. Nothing else. There are 2, 3. Sometimes they write me something, but I'm not behind them. I do not follow them. I don't know. Um, because I do not care. I have to care of myself. So what others do, that's what others think and do. That's by them. I have to take care of myself.
So, Marcus, is it safe to say that you're saying that everyone has to kind of figure this out for themselves? So it doesn't make sense for you to go and force someone to do it one by one. It's better if they personally do it themselves, hence why you don't care necessarily if they do it or not.
Exactly. It's an issue of everybody else, of themselves. So I do not follow them, and I only try to show them how it is, and then now you have to try it by yourself. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
So he's asking, why would you create a tribe in the first place if everyone's going to do it on their own?
Everybody will do it by its own. But when everybody or who are thinking, now I'm ready for the next step, then I will, because we have to understand the tribe is not only for the food. The tribe is because, um, as we mentioned, I will say for the future of humanity, to serve humanity. In which kind we have to serve, I actually don't care because our true self know what to do. So what I only prepare is a platform where the soul or your true self can manifest itself easily. So you understand what I'm saying. I do not want a tribe or creating a tribe. The tribe will be created by the true consciousness, by themselves. And so the first step is, of course, the 8 day fast, that you understand what's actually happening, what's actually life, why I'm living, why I'm anxious, everything that you have to understand. Otherwise, you're only a ping ball. You get always hit, and then you don't know in which direction, and you don't know nothing. So you have to understand what's actually happening with yourself, and then you can do the next step.
So quickly before I forget, he was saying the teacher was saying, uh, he's curious whether these people like are they going beyond 8 days? He wants kind of like specifics, like the people around you. I mean, it's kind of getting jarbled because you already said that some continue 8 days, but that you cannot confirm. But he's kind of asking like, are there people living there? And if they're not living there, then when they go home, they're probably eating again. That was his last sentiment. And what's the platform for? Like, why would you need the platform then?
First, in the 8 days retreat, you discover that you're an addict, and then the rest is up to you. The most people prefer the stimulation; they prefer to have the drug. So that's it. And the platform is for those who decided. So I want to change something. I'm not happy with the life. I'm not happy with the society. I'm not happy with what's happening with me and with others. So I want to serve, and that's it. For them is the platform. But I know, and I have explained it several times. The key path to it is eating, is food. We have to free ourselves from food, at least the first step.
Then, within the tribe, is there any limit? Like you wouldn't, for example, let people eat meat, so people are just sticking to fruits?
Yeah, of course, because there's nothing else.
Mm.
We eat always together, and there's nothing else. Besides fruit, there's nothing. So when you desire meat, then you have to leave the tribe. So easy.
So he was first referencing how the guy who got the Nobel Prize on autophagy already told for all of us that if you clean the cells, the brain gets better and everything in your life gets better. So he kind of reiterates the fact that science has already found the things that you are saying. And so, and he's saying that if you have a truly profound understanding, he questions why you always keep just talking about simply addiction or the things that you are reiterating to us, and that he's asking what like greater significant role do you play, okay, so on and so forth, and that he thinks that you are kind of in your own box of thought in a sense, that because he believes that there are many fasting centers around the world, and what does he get from Marcus? That's what he's asking you.
I'm smiling, and actually, I do not care. That's the point, because I'm not working or thinking about my ego mind who wants to desire something. The retreats, what I'm doing is actually they come to me. I try not to live by my ego to create something, to find a goal, to something. No, I do not care. Actually, that's true. I do not care, because why I should convince something to do a retreat with me? Do whatever you want, and only people come to me. They feel they something, and everybody who is joining the retreats are saying it's always a before and a after, because I'm referring to the key point. Nutrition do not exist, and so therefore why I should ask science or medicine or whatever. But everybody wants a proof. Who wants a proof? The ego. And actually that's the point, and that's actually what I'm trying to do, to dissolve the ego, because your true consciousness knows already that food is useless. So therefore we should purify ourselves physically and mentally. And that's actually the point what I'm trying to transmit. And but not with a search for all humanity. It should start by everybody, by itself, by the inner call, not because I'm saying it's so. By the inner call, they should move. Humanity only can change when they change internally. That's it. That's it. So I don't want to prove something, or I want to convince somebody. No, nothing. I actually do not care about it. More or less, and responded.
Oh,
Marcus, I know that you don't care, but if maybe like this guy who was talking, he's like a scientist. So if a team of scientists are interested, like, are you willing to kind of do a scientific like investigation, or like we can explain it scientifically, or you think just what people call science is not needed and it's just egoic? What do you feel?
For me, I, it's always possible, but when you have seen the movie, in the beginning there was light. You have seen it, that the proof is already was done 25 years ago, and science do not care. So when I do it, or I will offer myself to it, what I will change? 25 years ago, there was no change, no interest in medicine and in the food industry.
But was
So
there, like, when you say, but the mainstream science, they have their own way of doing science, like, uh, so they, no, you mean there was like 연구를 영어로 뭐라 하지? There was like research, and actually, so science knows, and it was proven and reviewed by other scientists that, like, nutrition doesn't exist. You're saying that science knows in that detail?
yeah, of course,
Mm.
as a vision of quantum physics, they know it already. So there's nothing new to it, but to spread it out. So, for example, you make a test with me, dig, and then you have the information. The information will do not get spread out as well the information from from the test of 25 years ago. So what sense it makes, because they have to understand the people. I understand that you don't understand. For example, what is thinking an addict? An addict, who is thinking? He's thinking to change or get free from his drug when he actually do not know that he is an addict. So 99% of the population do not know they are addicts. So meanwhile, they do not know they are addicts, thinking they need food. Even it's proven that they don't need food, but they need a stimulation. They won't change. So there will be no change this way. I know. So what do you want to do? Yeah, with this package of information, maybe with me, what are you going to do? So therefore, I am asking myself, when it makes no sense, so why I should do it?
Oh, by the way, one 누구지? Is it one? Okay. Just wanted to know who's joining. So we've done like a Q&A. We've been doing Q&A session. Solji, one or anyone want to ask something specific, like Eugene,